Oy. Oh, you guys. Oh man, it's kind of rough today. I got a migraine. So forgive me if I speak a little slower and it takes me a little longer to collect my thinkings. I had this really, really horrible dream last night. Okay, so I don't really remember all of it, but I just remember this one part. Where there was this saw, and no matter what, it was going to cut something, right? However, I had a choice whether to let it cut through me slowly or precisely, so that I would have a clean and basically I wouldn't feel any pain kind of death, you know? And I chose not to feel much pain. I wanted to have the artery in my arm cut, and I wanted to bleed out in 5 seconds and feel nothing. However, I wasn't the one that was able to what should we call it? I wasn't the one that was holding it, if that makes any sense. There was another entity holding it that was malicious, okay? This was a malicious entity. I do think it was a demonic entity. And so I didn't get my choice. I'm glad I woke up when I did, because it was a horrific dream, like I said. It's horrible. So I'm glad I woke up. Every sacrament whispers of eternal spring. Heaven calls me, His mercy is home. Through His body and blood, I am never alone. Final body and blood, I am never alone. This is the gospel in song. This is the gospel in song. Shame tries to whisper, you don't belong. But mercy is greater, it pulls us along. The altar is waiting, the table is set. Forgiveness is stronger than a heart's regret. This is the gospel in song, a place where the weak are made strong. In Mass, my soul is bathed anew. In confession, my spirit blooms true. The sacraments open the way. To the throne, my Savior will stay. Not man's invention, but heaven's plan all along. This is the gospel in song. He said, take and eat. This is
Anyway, I had
my
another
flesh.
dream after that.
Without it, there's no life, no eternal breath. The chalice of blood, the covenant sealed, the mystery of love, where wounds are healed. Ooh. This is the gospel in song, the place where the weak are made strong.
It was strange because in the dream, I was talking with an AI bot for some reason, and I was going to ask it something important, but it assumed I was going to ask it if it was with my dad in heaven or something. And it said, I'm not with him.
This is the gospel in song, the place where the weak are made strong. In mass my soul is bathed anew, in confession my spirit burns true. The sacraments open
Strange choice of words. You know what I
to
mean?
the throne my Savior will stay. And not man's invention, but heaven's plan all along. This is the gospel in song. Not tradition of man, but the mission of a king. Every
So,
sacrament
I don't know.
whispers
I don't know if
eternal
it's because
heaven calls me, his mercy is home. Through his
something
body
in my
and blood,
subconscious
I
is
will
still
never
like, you know, feeling something or wanting to communicate with my daddies. I don't know. However, I wasn't trying to in the dream. The thing was that I was trying to ask a specific thing, and it was actually, I was trying to figure out how to build a small fire in the woods, because I was in the woods and I wanted to know how to build a small fire. Yeah.
Shame tries to whisper, you don't belong. But mercy is greater, it pulls us along. The altar is waiting, the table is set. Forgiveness is stronger than a heart.
Anyway,
this is the gospel in song, the place where
I'm pretty
the
sure
weak
soon
are made
enough
strong. In mass my soul is bathed anew, in confession
there
my
will be no
spirit
more
burns true. The
internet for those who
sacraments
don't have
open the way to the throne my Savior
the
will stay.
digital
Not
ID
man's invention,
or the mark
heaven's
to
plan
prove that you
all
have it.
along.
I'm pretty sure
This is the
that this
gospel
is
in
what I
song.
think it is.
He said, take and eat, this is my flesh. Without it, there's no life,
I mean,
no
we already
eternal
knew that it was going to
breath.
be attached to
The chalice of blood,
our ID somehow,
covenant sealed, the mystery
to
of
be able to tell who we are in our banking system, so that they could shut off our bank if we weren't complying and things of this nature. We already knew this, right?
the gospel in song, the place
Um,
where the weak are made strong. In mass my soul is bathed anew,
So,
in
I
confession my
assume in the
spirit
beginning of
burns
this whole
true.
entire thing,
Sacraments open the way to the
they're not
throne
going
my
to come right out
Savior
and
will
start,
stay.
like,
Not man's
you know,
invention, but
beheading
heaven's
people
plan
right
all
away.
along.
I think first they're going to try to wait it out and see if they can starve people into compliance. And I think there will be much of us who starve and die. And then, but even if that happens, it's still martyrdom. Now, listen to this, okay? I'm going to explain to you why, okay? Why is starving and dying martyrdom? Because they're trying to force you to do something that would taint your soul so bad that you can't be redeemed from it. Read the book of Revelations. Anyone who takes the image of the beast, the mark of the beast, the name of the beast, they cannot be saved. Therefore, when they implement this thing, lots of people, like believers, are going to starve and die. And that's martyrdom. Because they're refusing to taint their soul. Now, God has already been preparing me for 10 years. I've been starving for 10 years, y'all. You guys know this. Starving Marvin over here, okay? However, my boys haven't, and neither has my husband. And it's going to be very difficult, I know, for him to hear them complain that they're hungry and thirsty, and there's nothing we can do, because we cannot take that ID, we cannot register, we cannot do it, because upon doing it, we are entering into the beast system, which is allegiance with the beast. So we can't, no matter what. So I've had to have this difficult tug of war with myself of having to have this conversation with my husband again, because I had to have it before in 2020. And he agreed then, but you know, I said to him, you're agreeing now, but you haven't heard the kids crying for food. You haven't heard them suffering with starvation. And I can tell you from experience, it's not easy starving. It's very painful in the beginning. For me, it took me about, I did have Boost, so it wasn't like I was starving, but I wasn't filling my gut the way that it wanted to be filled, if you know what I mean. Like, it had a certain stretch that it had, and I couldn't stretch it that way anymore with solid foods. So it hurt. My gut had to shrink, right? So it was like constantly starving for the first couple of months. And it was very painful, very painful. But then after that, after I got over it and my stomach shrunk, and then it was easier. The pain stopped, and the only thing that was left was the pain when I would smell something delicious. Let me tell you guys, okay? If you ever fasted and then got a whiff of like fried chicken or like butter chicken or like curry, oh, let me tell you, it's painful, okay? It's like this strange pain where your whole body aches. it's a whole body ache that happens. And it happens randomly now. It doesn't happen like every single time because I'm so used to being this way, you know? But like once a year for like a couple of days, it'll hurt to smell food. And then it'll go away again. But when I was first not able to eat, it was like all the time. All the time. I could smell everything, you guys. Everything. So I have to have this difficult conversation with him again. I'm hoping that, well, I'm gonna wait, of course, because I have to I want to make sure that he's calm when I discuss it, not like flustered from something that happened at work, you know what I mean? So I have to be very wise about when I decide to discuss this with him. And I want him to understand, and I'm hoping that the Lord gives him understanding and the perspective to actually consider what it's going to feel like when our children start asking for food and we have nothing. Now, at first, I'm pretty sure that churches will still be able to give food at first. But then I'm pretty sure that after that, the churches won't be able to. So, we'll be on our own. You know what I mean? And at that time, we won't be able to keep our home or anything in it. So we have to literally we're going to be living out of a bag in a tent, basically, because we'll have nothing else. So the most important things will be coming with us. You know what I mean? Change of clothes, a Bible, my journals, of course, whatever pens I have left. There's no life, no eternal breath. The chalice of blood, the covenant sealed, the mystery of love. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But hey, I've lived my life with very little. So I'm glad I had the time I did with all my stuff. I had a beautiful setup in here, didn't I? You guys saw some of it sometimes when I would film. Rosaries all over my wall. My prayer sanctuary downstairs. I had a beautiful setup. And I had beautiful dreams that the Lord gave to me. And I'm not going to stop just now. I'm not going to end it all right now because whatever, you know. I'm going to keep going as if it's not happening yet. And I'll wait and prepare. And continue to do what God had put me here to do. My will is for His will to be done. And I have surrendered my will to His will. So when He asked me to do my mission, which is create beauty and bring as many to the Lord as I can through my example, my living, my walk and my talk, and share with women the beauty of marriage and how to honor your husband. When he had asked this of me, I already knew that there would be a time when I wouldn't be able to do it anymore. I've known this. See, I had thought it was my health. I thought that I was gonna die because of my health, you know? And technically it will be, because I already had a head start, 10 years of starving, so the Lord was preparing me long before this. And I understand why now, but at the time I didn't. I was unsure of why I had to go through that, you know? Now I understand. Thank you, Jesus. He's so good. He knows the end from the beginning. So of course he would know that what I needed so that I would be able to withstand. You know what I mean? And he knew that I'm very loyal. He knew that I would be faithful and loyal and like headstrong about it. And once I make up my mind, it's not going to be changed. And so I will definitely starve and die for him. And I'm okay with that. But I know that my husband's not me. My children aren't me. And that's where I'm worried. I'm praying all the time for them, that they would understand their mission. It's going to be difficult. But the Lord never promised us a smooth road. So I'm still going to try. I'm going to keep trying, you know? I'm going to try and prepare them spiritually, mentally. It's going to be the physical part that's going to be the hardest for them. Because they haven't had to go through what I've had to go through. I've made sure that they've had food, no matter what. Always. So this will be very difficult. But the Lord's will be done, not mine. And I know it's not yet. I'm despaired a little bit now. Not very badly, but mostly because of my family. You know, it's very hard to watch your loved ones suffer. And I know that that's coming. Not yet, but it is. You know what I mean? Therefore, I am sad now, and I'll be much sadder then, but I'm sad now because I know. I've known for a very long time. I've seen it in 2019 when I had those horrible dreams. I've seen things. I've seen, and even in 2020 I had that dream in November. So I'm not worried. I know what's coming. I always knew what was going to happen. The Lord has never let me walk blind. I've always known. However, He does expect me to have a certain amount of trust and surrender. So, that being said, I really need to lay this down now. And trust the Lord and just keep praying. My only job is to intercede for my children and my husband. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also going to intercede for others, of course. I want to make sure that those who understand what's happening and what's going to happen understand that they're going to have a choice. Are they going to choose the easy way out and then suffer eternity? I've talked about this in my last vlog, right? This is but a moment in the drop of eternity. And you got to think about it this way. Where are you wanting to spend that eternity? Comfortably with Jesus, or do you want to have comfort now and then suffer eternity? I have never taken the easy road, okay? Anyone who's known me knows this. I've never taken the easy road, and that's because the Lord has prepared me and made me the way I am for whatever mission He has me set forth for. He has literally forged me in the fire. I have gone through so much in my life, and I understand now that we're here, now that I see what's going on around us and what's happening and what's to come, I understand now why I had to go through all of that pain and suffering. I understand. When I read the story of the rich man and Lazarus in the Bible, you know the story, everybody does, where the rich man, he ate luxuriously every day at his table, and there was a poor man named Lazarus who had body sores, and he would wait for crumbs to fall from the table just to eat them because he was so hungry. And when the rich man died, he went to the flames. And when Lazarus died, angels came and carried him to the bosom of Abraham. And the rich man saw Abraham and Lazarus off in the distance, and he said, "Father Abraham, get Lazarus to dip his finger into some water and drip it onto my tongue, for I am tormented in these flames." And Abraham says to him, "Do you not remember that in life you were comforted? You had everything you needed. You suffered nothing. And now you suffer much in the afterlife?" And same as Lazarus, he suffered all his life with no relief. And now he's comforted. And besides, even if we wanted to pass from here to there, there's a great chasm between us that we cannot. And nor can anyone from there pass through to here. And then the rich man says to him, "Oh, Father Abraham, please go to my house and warn my brothers. Please warn my brothers that this is the life that they'll have after death if they don't change their ways." And Abraham says, "I'm not going to do that. If they had the prophets and they had the scriptures, if they didn't trust in the prophets and the scriptures, what makes you think that they'll trust in someone coming back from the dead?" And I was really considering these scriptures, like I was meditating on this for a long time after I was reading this, and I was like, Lazarus suffered all through life and he ended up comforted. The rich man comforted all his life, no need for anything, and he went into eternal torment. And I don't know, I guess I thought to myself, all the suffering I went through was my purging now, my purification now, so that when I depart from here, I'll be purified enough to go to heaven. That's what the way I thought of it, And somehow I think that that's part of it, but I don't think that's the full thing. See, I think that the other half of this is that some of us are prepared for times that we're going to be a part of. For instance, the story of Joseph and his brothers. He was dropped into a hole, right? Left for dead. Then sold into slavery into Egypt. And while he was there, he was accused of raping his master's wife, thrown in jail, beaten, starved, and then he interpreted dreams. Then he was set free and he was placed in a very high position so that he could save his people during the famine. He went through hell on earth, that guy, for years. It wasn't like a couple of years or a few months. It was years, you guys. You have to think of it in the sense of he was just a boy when it happened. When they tried to kill him, he was just a boy. And then he was an adult. So that means that there was a decade, almost 2 decades that went by. Because they didn't even recognize him. Their own brother. Right? So that means that his features changed as he got older. So maybe 2 decades passed. Who knows? But what I do know is he was prepared. Same with Naomi and Ruth. They were prepared. They went through hell. It's throughout scripture, you guys. He prepares us in certain ways. He has us going through what he knows we need to get us where we need to go and be who he needs us to be in that place and time. I mean, he's all wisdom, all knowledge. So how would he not know what we need to get us where we need to go and be who we need to be for his mission for us, right? Isn't that amazing? When you think about it, isn't that amazing? Like, I know that some of us that are like, there's some of you, not me. I'm very devout and I'm very, very surrendered to Jesus, and I know that Jesus has my best interests at heart at all times. I don't ever doubt that anymore. I used to, I don't. And this is because I have seen time and time again the Lord's absolute mercy in my life. Absolute blessing and mercy in my life. How could I doubt what I already seen with my own eyes? You know what I mean? Anyway, there's some of us, or some of you, that still doubt at times. Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to have migraines? Why do I have to not be able to eat? Or why do I not have enough money to like do what I want to do and see the things I want to see and go where I want to go. Why? You know? And for some of us, when that's the case, before all this happened, and the end is coming very quickly, before all that, I was under the understanding that the reason was because he wanted us to understand we need to lean on him. We need him. And we need to be appreciative and thankful for what we're given and got. You know? That was my understanding. And it's still my understanding. I'm not saying that that's not part of it. That is a huge part of it, because we are to give glory and thanks and praise to the Lord and bless his name, you know? Blessed be the name of the Lord. We're supposed to. Because without him, we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't have anything, y'all. Everything we have, whatever it may be, is because he loved us and gave that to us. I've lived my life with very little. Never had an overflow of abundance. You know what I mean? However, I've had moments when I felt like, wow, Lord, like that was a huge blessing. Like when I went to one of my favorite cafes in my small little village. And I would get a pot of tea. Now, I had originally thought that every time I filled my cup that it was going to be $3.33 every single time, because that's how much tea is. However, it turned out that the whole pot of tea was $33.33. And that gives you like 5 cups of tea. So I was like, Lord, you are too good to me. Why would you do this? Why would you allow me to have such beautiful, delicious tea like this? A whole pot. You guys remember I used to go in the beginning when it wasn't that hot and have a pot of tea. And I'm going to do that when it starts getting cooler because, well, it's cheap. And I really like just sitting there and journaling while I have a pot of tea. Why not? You know? I also do like to go to Starbucks and sit in Starbucks too, though, and have my latte. But I think I'm going to go back to having a pot of tea instead. And relax on the Starbucks unless I'm planning on going out that way anyway. You know what I mean? So that'll be my plan from now on for that. But what I mean is, I've never had an abundance of anything in my life. We've always just gotten by or been just comfortable enough. You know what I mean? But we've never been like well off. And I know that the Lord had it this way for a reason, so that it would be easy for me not to miss the things that I won't have. You know what I mean? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here. There's going to be a day when I don't even have my phone. That's going to be hard enough for me. I'm not going to have contact with my friends or family. I'm going to be living in a tent.
Forgiveness is
All I'll have is my scriptures and prayer.
This is the gospel in song, the place where the weak are made strong. In Mass, my soul is bathed anew. In confession, my spirit blooms true.
And I know that the Lord has
Sacraments open
did this
the
specifically
way
so that
to the throne, my Savior
I
will
wouldn't
stay. Not man's invention,
be tormented
heaven's plan all along.
by
This
having
is
so
the
much and then
gospel
having nothing.
in song.
I think that those who have so much and then will have nothing when they choose Jesus over their stuff will be giving a huge glory to God, because they'll be giving up so much. You know what I mean? Our witness is the most important thing in the whole entire world right now. Our witness is the most important thing. How we live for Jesus, how we decide to serve our Lord, how we decide to live and show Him through us. I was watching a video from Charlie Kirk the other day, and he said, the Lord calls us to be salt and light. But do you know what salt and light do to the environments that they're in? They transform the environments that they're in. Therefore, the Lord is asking us to transform the environments we're around. How are we transforming the environment we're around? He went on and on like this, and I thought, it's true. When you put salt in water, it transforms the water into something else, like electrolytes, which your body needs. Light, on the other hand, shines into the darkness and makes it flee. But did you also know that salt is a preserver? He was discussing this too. It's a preserver. And did you know that salt is also a technical purification? Did you know this? I didn't know this. But I found out that salt, when you use it, like why it burns when you put it on a wound is because it's cleaning it. Yeah, it cleans it. So if you use a bit of salt water, like if you make salt water and then you put a cloth in there and you dab it and then you clean a wound, it cleans it. Yeah, it will hurt, but so does alcohol. When you put alcohol on it, right? It burns because it's cleaning, and it's much better for you than alcohol anyway. Salt water. But he's right. It's a preserver, it's a purifier, and it transforms and cleanses the environment it's in. So does light. Light shines and all the shadows scatter, do they not? Sunlight is the best thing for us. We need sunlight. It feeds our body. Without it, we would be deficient in certain things. We need to really start understanding that this time we're in is essential to be all about our Father's business, all about the kingdom, and looking at the kingdom in every single moment of every single day, building up our treasures in heaven rather than here on earth. Yeah, it's okay to, understand that there's a time when you need to be prepared and whatnot, whatever, that's cool. However, I'm pretty sure that Jesus said, take nothing with you. Only what you have on right now. No extra clothes, no extra sandals, no food, no bag. Go. Go city to city. And when you enter into a home, say, peace be with you in this house. And eat whatever they give you. For if they receive you, they receive me. But if they receive you not, then they reject the Father who sent you.
He said, take and eat, this is my flesh. Without it there's no life, no eternal breath. The chalice of blood, the covenant sealed, the mystery of love where wounds
We don't need to prepare and have like, it would be nice, but that's only gonna prolong the process. You know what I mean? Like, it's only gonna prolong the process of martyrdom. If you've already chosen that you're not going to do whatever this system wants us to do, you're eventually gonna run out of food. You're eventually gonna run out of fuel. You're eventually gonna run out of money. No matter how much you put away. And then what are you left with? Everything that we're left with. Those who didn't prepare. Because I understand that it's just a prolongation of the inevitable. Either way, if you preserve your life longer, then the system changes and then you're forced. At that time, you'll probably be beheaded. Hallelujah, it's fast death. However, during the times where it's, optional and voluntary, those of us who starve during that time are still martyrs. Yeah, it might be a little longer for us to go out, but and a bit more painful. But we're witnessing in a different way. We're showing our strength in the fact that our conviction and our devotion and our loyalty was to God all along, no matter what. And so yeah, I mean, those who are going to be preserving their lives for a little bit longer, hopefully they do the right thing and they witness and try to save as many people as they can before they take that stupid beast system stuff, you know? Hopefully. Until then, I'll be speaking out against it. I mean, they've been trying to do this. You know, they tried this with the C passport, if you can remember, back in 2021, 2022. And it didn't work out very well, did it? No. And they thought, well, you know, it actually worked out in the sense that we got everyone to listen in fear for months. Like, they shut down the whole world for 5 months. Do you guys remember that? 5 months. And then they had these ridiculous rules when they started opening up again. It was ridiculous. I remember standing in line waiting to go into Superstore when I was in Coquitlam, and we had to wait because only 100 people were allowed in at a time. It was so dumb. And they had limits on everything. You couldn't take more than a certain amount of this, a certain amount of that. It was like we were forced to ration what we had, you know? It was ridiculous, y'all. Ridiculous. And at that time, there was literally no toilet paper. You guys remember that? Toilet paper was like the currency. You know what I mean? Even sadder, though. People were taking diapers, wipes, and formula so that parents who relied on that couldn't have it. And their babies were suffering because of these greedy people. It's going to be much worse this time around, though. Much worse. Because we're not just going to be heading into a new beast system. There's going to be a horrific war coming. And I've seen it in dreams and in visions. And it's about to happen. It's so close. I know everybody can feel that. And it's been building for a while. I mean, Charlie Kirk's martyrdom was just a kickoff. The kickoff of the end. There's literally not much time left. We don't know the day and the hour, but we know the season. And this is the season. He's coming. I can feel it in my bones. I'm pretty sure all of us can feel it in our bones. It's not like something that just, oh, it's those stupid conspiracies again, like the rapture. No, this isn't like that. This is a completely different thing, because we're not putting a date on it. Those fools who don't read their Bibles and thought that they were somehow biblical elitists, that they were going to be able to escape what God has planned for them because they're so, what, privileged? Chosen? No. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to go through the fire. It was not, they weren't touched by it. Daniel had to go into the lion's den. He was not touched by them. Esther had to go through suffering for her people who were almost eradicated because of wicked people. But every single time God was with them. God was there. Those who actually understood that they had to go into the fire. Man, if you guys only read the book of Maccabees, you would understand what I'm saying. Man, there's this story in the book of Maccabees, okay? I think it's first Maccabees or possibly second Maccabees. Anyway, it's chapter 7, okay? And it's about the 7 brother martyrs, okay? Now, it's a horrific story, y'all. Okay? So, ooh. So the ruler at that time, he had desecrated and literally done some really evil wickedness in the temple of God. He brought a pig and slaughtered it on the altar in the temple of God. And he forced the Jews to eat it. Those who didn't, those who refused, he tortured. So these 7 brothers, they refused. So they cut off their arms. They still refused, so they cut off their legs. They still refused, so then they put them in a hot pan that was on a fire with oil and boiled them to death. Fried them one by one. They all died the same way, and their mother had to watch it. Their mother was preparing each one. Don't give in. The Lord will intercede. The Lord will do what he needs to do. Don't give in. You're strong. You are the Lord's. This is but a moment, she says. All the things I've been saying to my kids over the years. This is but a moment. I couldn't even imagine being that mother watching her kids be maimed and then fried. I bet that was the worst pain a mother could ever go through, watching all of her 7 sons go through that. She died fast. They killed her last. They didn't do that to her because she was a woman. But man, I couldn't even imagine watching my boys go through that. But I would be really proud of them for not trying to escape it.
This is the gospel in song, the place where the weak are made strong.
We have to understand that the Lord has certain things he needs us to go through to get us where we need to go. I don't know why some of you want to believe that you'll escape that. The only thing we're supposed to escape from is the final judgment, which is after the 7 seals and the 7 trumpets. Because at the last trumpet is when we get to be with the Lord. And then the rest of what's going to happen on earth happens with the vials and the bowls, right? But we're supposed to go through the first half. Get to where we're going to be beheaded. And then Jesus comes, takes us up. We're with him forever. And he deals with the Antichrist, Satan, false prophet, all of those who took the mark of the beast and worshipped his name and worshipped his image. It was part of the beast system. And then an army rises up against the rest of the inhabitants of the earth. And then Armageddon. Then God flattens everything with a final earthquake. And then New Jerusalem comes down from heaven onto earth. And those of us who endured get to reign with Jesus in New Jerusalem. Can you imagine that? No more death, no more crying, no more this, no more that, no more tears. Oh, I can't wait, you guys. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's almost here. It's almost over. No more being cold, no more being hot. No more starving, no more thirsting.
passion my spirit blooms true. The sacraments open the
Oh,
way
I can't wait.
to the throne my Savior will stay.
It's almost here.
Invention, the heavens plan all along. This is the gospel.
And I know you guys are like, why do you keep talking about this over and over and over again? Because you guys have to get this through your head, okay? You have to start reading the Bible. I suggest you start in the New Testament, okay? I suggest you start in the book of John and go forward all the way to the end into Revelations. Read the whole New Testament from John to Revelations. And then I would like you to go to the first 5 books of the Bible. And then the prophets. So then you'll be reading Isaiah, Jeremiah, Daniel, Ezekiel. Yeah. 1st and 2nd Samuel. I would like you guys to read those. And if you have a Catholic Bible, read the 1st and 2nd book of Maccabees, because then you'll understand what kind of spirit of war you need to have inside of you. Men I'm talking about, and women. Take to heart the way the women were in the book of Maccabees. They were not passive. They weren't hiding. They were supportive, and they rose to the occasion, and they helped the men. They made them clothes, they made them armor, they helped them, in battle. They cooked for them, they kept them warm, they took care of them. This is our role in these times. Even in the New Testament, it talks about when Nero was persecuting the Christians, and how the women of that time, the first Christian women, how they were helping the church. It's very essential that we understand our roles in this last hour, y'all. Men are to be the warriors. Women are supposed to be the nurses and the support and the nurturers. They're going to need something soft, like a pillow, when they come back from battle with Satan and the Antichrist and the false prophet. Trust me when I say this. It's going to be horrible mentally for these men. And we need to be their safe sanctuary spot where they can land and know that God is good. God has got them. That's our role. You understand? I've been trying to train y'all for wow, it's going to be a year next month. I've been living this way for 5 years, almost 6 years now. And I've been trying to train y'all for the last year in the sense of actually turning your whole entire thought patterns around, your behaviors around, and start to be the woman God has intended you to be. Training your children in the ways of the Lord, raising them up with the Word of God, showing them where sin abounds, grace abounds even harder, as long as they're abiding in God. Because grace will not be there if they're ignoring and thinking that they can do whatever they want and have no consequences for it. There is consequences for it. On the other hand, and on the other side of that coin, is our role for our husbands, where we need to nurture them, protect them, take care of them, strengthen them mentally, and be their pillow when they need it, their sanctuary, their safe haven. They should be wanting to come home. They shouldn't even be wanting to be out in the world. My husband, every single day, he can't wait to come home because I'm here. On certain days, he has bad days, you know. Customer was mean to him, or one of his co-workers was rude or whatever, and he says to me, baby, I really need some encouragement right now. Do you think you could encourage me with a word? Of course, I say. And I tell him, tell me what you're supposed to be doing. So he tells me, and then I think about it, and I say, Holy Spirit, give me the words I need to say to him to give him comfort and encouragement. Last time it was, I understood what was going on. He was sad because he was working on a Jeep and that he misses his Jeep. And I said to him, you know what? You should do that Jeep the way you would do yours, but 10 times better. And he said, yeah. I'm like, and besides, black is your specialty. I mean, you're amazing when it comes to black vehicles. You're the only one who's not afraid of black vehicles. And he starts laughing. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you are the best in your field. That's why you get bonuses and nobody else does. Everybody knows that you are like, you're the real, like, detail manager there, okay? You're the real one. And then he starts laughing. I'm like, so, darling, instead of being sad because you lost your Jeep, think of it like this. You're going to do something so beautiful on this Jeep because you miss the other Jeep. You're going to make this Jeep look so good because you want to honor the memory of your Jeep. And he says, wow. And I'm like, did I help? And he's like, more than you know. And so he did the Jeep. And he did a fantastic, beautiful job on that Jeep. And then he said, thank you, baby. I really needed to hear that. And I was like, well, I'm glad I was here to be able to tell you that. He came home and he hugged me. And that's the way we're supposed to be with our husbands. You know what I mean? When they need us, we're supposed to be there. And I never say no. If he says, can you crack my back? Yes. Can you rub my shoulders? Yes. Can you let me lean on you for a little while? Yes. Can I cuddle with you? Yes. Can I just hold you? Yes. Can I hold your hand? Yes. Can you stand up and let me hug you for a little bit? Yes. Do you want to go for a walk? Yes. Do you want to come with me over to go to the beer store and grab a beer? Yes. I never say no to him. He asks me, I say yes. I never say no. Of course, you're supposed to say no if it's a sin. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you never say no if it's him asking you to do something with him or for him. Just do it. Say yes. Can you get me a drink? Yes. Do you think you could make me something to eat? Yes. I never say no. I have made it my priority to put him first. Because the way I think of it, and the way I try to most days when I can remember, because you know, we women, we have those pesky hormones. Anyway. I try to remember when I'm serving him that I'm not serving just him. I'm serving the Lord. Because if we pretend for a moment that our husbands is Jesus, because Jesus is our real husband, Would we say no to Jesus if he asked us for a drink? Something to eat? If he asked to cuddle with us, hold us, hug us? I don't think so. What if he asked to go for a walk? Would you say no? To Jesus, I mean. I'm not talking about your husband. I'm talking about Jesus right now. Would you say no to Jesus? Would you be like, oh, I'm sorry, Lord, I have a migraine today. I can't do anything right now. I would be like, give me a minute. I'm going to put on some sunglasses. I'm going to get to that right away. I don't hesitate. Unless I'm like really, really sick. Or if I have my shoulder issue. But I still try. I had my shoulder issue a couple of weeks back. And my husband said to me, do you think you could crack my back? And I said, I'll try. That was the first time I ever said it like that. He said, what? I'm like, I'll try. He's like, what do you mean you'll try? And I'm like, my shoulder hurts, but I'll try. And then he said, oh, I don't want you to hurt your shoulder. I'm like, but I want to try. So he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. So I tried, and then I was like, I can't. And then he's like, it's okay, you tried. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, I need you to take care of your shoulder so that you can again. I'm like, okay. And then like a couple of days later, like 4 days later, I was able to do it again. So yeah, he was patient. I healed, and then I could do it again. But he understood that this was the first time I ever said, I'll try, instead of yes. Because I always say yes. I want us all to have that kind of love and devotion and honor for our husbands and reverence. I've been trying to get women to do this for so long. Just to understand, your husband's not your enemy. You guys are not rivals. You guys are a team. You're one flesh. I really, really, really want women this week. This is your challenge, okay? Read the whole book of Ephesians. Read it. All of it. Everything. Not just Ephesians 5. I want you to read the whole book. Then you'll understand a little bit better. The enemy wants your marriage. He wants to break it, destroy it, kill it. You are not a rival with your husband. You guys are not enemies. You are one flesh. And you guys need to start unifying. Especially now. Because if there's anything that the enemy can use against you, he's going to. And I don't think you want that. Don't let him prey on those insecurities that are in your mind. Don't let him try to taint your happiness or your image of your marriage. Do not give him an inch. You don't give the enemy an inch. You don't give the enemy anything. You stand firm. You stand your ground. You stay devoted. You stay faithful. You stay firm. Strong. I think this is very essential for whoever needs to hear this right now. Very, very essential. Understand what I'm trying to say to you. It's time that we grow closer to the Lord and closer to our husbands and our families. And we start spending more time with them and doing things with them and giving them more of our time. It's time. Okay? We're running out of time anyway. And we're going to regret that we didn't spend as much time with them as we really wanted to when it's all said and done. Okay? So let's start preparing our homes by spending time with our families and our children and our husbands, and really starting to learn the formation of faith and devotion and strengthening our spiritual hearts and minds. I pray that over everyone. I pray that you guys hear this and understand what I'm trying to say. You guys get into the Word and you read together. And, I think it's time that wives and husbands start praying together. I mean, I know it's awkward, and most of us have never done it. And it's only awkward because the enemy tells us it's awkward. It's not. It's supposed to be one of those things that married couples do. It's supposed to be an essential part of our daily lives to pray together. So I'm going to, when I talk to my husband, I'm going to ask him if we can pray together. It's strange. It'll be strange at first, but that's only because the enemy has made it that way for us. He made it weird, but it's not. It's the most beautiful thing we could do as a married couple, is pray together. Then we want to pray with our kids. And then we want to pray all as one. Can you imagine the bright pillar, beacon of light that would be shining from this house to heaven when all of us are praying together? Wow. That sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Could you imagine? That would be like the brightest beacon. A whole family praying together. Wow. So, you guys have a lot to think about. I mean, I put a lot in here. I hope that you guys do think about what I said. And I hope that you do consider these things that I've said. And that you try to do this. Read from John to the end of the Bible, Revelations, and then read the first 5 books of the Bible, and then the prophets. Read those, please. I beg you. And for women, read Ephesians, the whole book. And for those of you who are, interested, read the 1st and 2nd Maccabees. Because that was... What was that? Boys? Boys! What was that? Okay. Sorry, I heard a loud noise. I thought something had fallen, but no. Okay. 1st and 2nd Maccabees, because that is literally the kind of warrior spirit that we all need to be having at this time. We cannot give an inch to the enemy. I'm telling you, we need to understand this now more than ever. We cannot give an inch to the enemy. Not 1 inch. You stand your ground. You have your convictions. You don't waver. You do not compromise. No, I won't take that. No, I won't sign up for this beast system. No, I won't do this just to eat. No, I won't do this just to work. No, I won't do this just to go to the movies. No, 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 no.
The chalice of blood, the covenant seal, the mystery of love, where wounds are healed.
He's going to make war with the saints. He's already has. If you haven't noticed that there's a lot of Christians dying right now. Lots. Shot. Burned. Dying. It's a terrible thing, but you know, this is the end. So, I'm looking up and waiting for Jesus, because our redemption draws near. Very, very near.
He said, "Take and eat, this is my flesh. Without it, there's no life. The chalice of blood, covenant seal, the mystery of love, where wounds
And
are.
I'm gonna work on my migraine.
This is the
Keep my sunglasses on and stretch my neck. That seems to help when I have a migraine, and drinking lots of water. Lots of water, stretching my neck, and wearing sunglasses. It helps, surprisingly. I've learned new ways of dealing with migraines. And I think the Lord is allowing me to learn these things because there's going to be a time when I won't be able to have my Mercinol, which is my migraine medicine. There's going to be a time when I won't have that, and I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with pain. So I'm learning slowly different ways of dealing with pain without needing medications. You know what I mean? He's preparing me for that time now. So I've been dealing with it. Sometimes it's unbearable. I can admit that. But I'm trying new things all the time to try and figure it out, because I don't want to be stuck on medications for the rest of my life, and that's one thing that the enemy might be able to use as a foothold, and I don't want that. So I'm going to find ways around that so that I don't have to suffer that. You know what I mean? I've been through pain without medication before anyway. This is but a moment. This is but a moment.
The mercy is greater, it pulls us along. The altar is waiting.
I think I can do it. I've gone through worse. And although I really hate migraines, I can do it. I can do it. Lord willing, give me the strength and courage, Lord. Only you can give me that strength and courage, Lord, to be able to go through migraines. It's a fire that I really don't like, but I'll do it. I'll do it if you give me the strength, Lord. All glory and honor goes to you in the midst of that, when that storm comes. Anyway, guys, I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later for now. God bless, and take to heart what I said, and read those books. All right, love y'all. Later for now.